How do you do? Storyteller here, and welcome back to another one of my week's journals. Now, this one's going to be a pretty long one, I'm going to warn you right up front, because I've got a lot to talk about. Let's start off with work, because that's the easiest one to talk about. Let's see. During this week, I got trained more on driving fork trucks. There's several different kind of fork trucks. The one I drive is called a center rider. You stand up on a platform, you have a little handle out in front of you, you push a bar forward to go forward, pull it backward to go backwards, and you can steer it left and right by turning the wheel. And it has little fork prongs in the back of it, and you drive around and you pick stuff up with it, and it goes like that high off the ground. But it goes fast. So it might not be tall, but it goes fast. So, yeah, I've been getting trained on that one. And the other night, I forget which night it was because honestly my days are running together, but one of those nights I had an obstacle course set up for me because I have to get trained on that equipment and I have to get a test to be able to ride it without permission. You know, I can just go over and get one whatever I want after I get the test. Before the test, I have to go and ask, and I have to have supervision, and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, so I went through an obstacle course, and apparently I was doing too good at it because my boss had me stop what I was doing, turn the truck around, and go through the obstacle course backwards. So I had to back my way through the obstacle course. That was fun. Let's see, I have a list here finally. I actually am keeping a list this time. But, talking about the fork trucks, I had taken one out again the other night, I don't know which one. And you have to sign off your name to each of the trucks before you use them. There's a clipboard there, you have to just sign in which one you're using. And nobody else is supposed to use that truck while your name is still signed into the clipboard. You have to sign in your own name when you use somebody's fork truck. But there's a bunch of new people at work. A lot of them are young, maybe 18, 19, I say young, I mean I'm not much older, but 18, 19-year-old guys goofing around, having fun, and one of them is trying to learn how to use a fork truck, and he sees mine, and he takes it out, and he's trying to learn how to ride it, and he crashes it. Not only does he crash it, but he didn't sign in to use the fork truck, and he left it there when he crashed it and didn't tell anyone. So what do they think? They look at the clipboard and go, who's the last one who drove this? Her? Yeah, I almost got in trouble because my name was on the clipboard for it being used and it was crashed. So yeah, I almost got in trouble, but thankfully we do have security cameras that showed who it was that actually crashed it, but yeah, I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem like a very good system that you have here to protect me from other people's stupidity, so let's see. This was fun. At work, I favor comfortable wear because of how hard we're working. I wear a lot of tank tops and gym shorts and sneakers, and I was wearing a baseball cap backwards that day. I was very just casual, but I was put into a group of people on a project. We were lifting painted brake rotors, which are very, very heavy, off of one pallet and putting them onto another. And it was tedious. It was like a 4-foot high pallet of just brake rotors. So we were at that for a while, and I'm lifting them up, and they're like, dang, they didn't say that, but dang, she's strong. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm strong. And then there's this guy who's this scrawny little kind of weak guy in a bright fluorescent blue shirt and red pants. Like, he's very stylish. He looks like he would be rocking it out at a party someplace, but in the workplace he looks a little bit out of place. So they look at him, they look at me, and they go, hey guys, you two need to do a gender swap here because she's tougher than you. I'm like, thanks guys, this isn't hard enough, being the chick in the warehouse. Thanks. So that was funny. I'm trying to cross stuff off here as I go because I know I will lose my place. oh, I made sort of an enemy at work. I don't like to say enemy because he's not my enemy, but he's making himself an enemy of me. I have a reputation in the warehouse of having very bad hearing. I joke and say that I have metalhead ears because I listen to heavy metal music and lose my hearing, but I joke like that, and I say that because I have such horrible hearing. The warehouse is so loud with all the conveyor belts and all the machinery going, it's difficult to hear each other, so people have kind of gotten used to the idea that I can't hear them when they're talking. So people are getting more comfortable. It's like there's a movie called What the Deaf Man Heard. It was a man who pretended to be deaf his whole life because he wanted to hear what people had to say around him. It's a fantastic movie, and it reminds me so much of this situation because here I am, usually not able to hear anything, and people start talking, and they're talking about me. And there's this guy who I could tell we had a bit of a problem because he didn't really seem to like me right off the bat, but he hadn't really said anything. But I overhear him talking to another one of the guys there, and he's talking about me, how I've been getting trained on a lot of the equipment earlier than anybody else, and I'm being shown favoritism, and I'm being, what did he say? He said, I'm being helped a lot by people, and I'm being shown how to do things because I'm a cute little ditzy blonde and they want to help me. So I'm just like, oh yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I kick butt. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'll outwork any of you people here just to prove a point. That I am so bullheaded that I will physically hurt myself just to prove a point. Like, I'll break my spine trying to lift something too heavy before I will admit that I need help, and that's a bit of a pride issue. I know that I do probably have a bit of a pride problem. An ego problem. I don't like to ask for help, I don't like to look weak, but that's my competitive nature. I like to be seen as a force to be reckoned with. So, for somebody to say that I'm advancing so quickly through the web that is the infrastructure of training because I'm a cute little ditzy blonde would be so insulting. Because, yeah, no, that's not why. Well, I mean, it might be part why, but that's not why. I mean, I can't control if people are drawn to help me more because I am more pleasant to be around, but it's certainly not the only reason because I am a hard worker, and it drives me crazy for people to think that I'm not working hard just because I'm a girl. So, that was my rant. I'm done there. So, drawing from that point, why I'm working so hard, I'm doing a little transition here. Why I'm working so hard is because I've finally am ready to admit the fact, I mean, I've already known it, but I'm finally putting it out there that yes, I am indeed moving to Texas. But that's the plan. I am moving to Texas, and I have... This is much more difficult for me because I'm an introvert, and put me in front of a camera and I can blurt out all the insanity and stupidity that I want, but I try to get serious and I will freeze up. I have a major crush on a certain Texas boy that you guys will remember as that one Hick Chief. He changed his name. He was Master Chief before, but we met originally during the time of the Southward Angels wedding. We were both in the wedding party, and she's good friends with him, so we got to know each other a little bit then, but there was some time when we weren't talking, and then my visit back to Texas this past, I think it was May, we got to see each other again, and from then we have been talking, and we've hit it off. So, look forward to hearing more about that coming up soon, but I wanted you guys to know I have a major crush on that Hick Chief. That's one Hick Chief. You might want to pick a name that's a little smoother off the tongue, but you know, I like it. And he is coming up to visit. You guys know that I am in the north. He's coming up from Texas to visit in the north this Christmas, and coming up with the Southwood Angel, the Wandering Knight, and hopefully our other friend who I don't have a YouTube name for yet. Wow, I feel really bad about that, actually. I am so sorry. I promise by the next video I will have a name for you. I mean, he's probably not going to even see this, but I just feel really bad that I don't have a nickname for him. Wow, okay. Note to self. Note to self, give nickname to other friend. But, but yeah, so Chief is coming up in the Christmas time for a visit. I already have so many things planned that I want to do to show him here. Like, we're both gym nerds. I want to take him to my gym. We're gonna work out all the time together. I know Christmas time, definitely a time for working out, but we're both into that, so. And there's so many things, like, there's an awesome Cabela's store up here that I want to show him, and there's just so many things around here. Like, there's a VR, a virtual reality arcade here that I want to take him to, and there's so many things. I'm like sitting here completely geeking out thinking of all the things I would show him, because it wasn't until recently that I found out he would be visiting up to the north. I didn't think I would ever actually have the opportunity to show him around the north. But I've been talking about it so much, now I actually have to deliver on all the things I've been saying about the north. And he's coming up during the winter. He has never experienced, I don't think he has, but he's never experienced a northern winter. Which, December for us really isn't that bad. Our winters usually don't start until January or February, until they get really bad. I know I can't say that month, right? My mouth doesn't like those letters together, so I really can't say that word. You see, I'm not even going to try to say it now, because now that I'm aware of it, it's going to be even worse. But yeah, so our winters aren't going to be as bad as it would be if he visited then, but I am fairly confident in saying that he will see snow. And I don't know if he's ever really experienced what true snow is. You have merely adapted the snow. I was born into it, molded by it, and I did not know the sun until I was already... Well, I'm not a man, so that doesn't really work. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, I am moving to Texas, and my whole family has been in on it. They've all been right on top of getting me ready to go to my own first apartment, because I'm moving out for the first time. And I have so many people in the family looking for things like, oh, I want to get her sheets, I want to get her plates, I'm gonna look for this obscure thing you need for an apartment. I'm like, okay guys, I love the help, and this is really awesome of you, but you don't have to do this. I feel really bad that everyone is really dedicating all of this attention and energy toward helping me to succeed, which is awesome. I mean, that's what family is, but I'm just like, what did I do to deserve this? All of this awesome treatment. But yeah, they're so excited for me, and my family's being so supportive of my decision to want to move. They've always known I've been sort of a free spirit that needs to just move on from here. I mean, I've been here for what is almost coming up to be 21 years now. So, yeah, fun fact, you didn't know how old the storyteller was. Turning 21. But yeah, don't worry, I'm not that kind of 21 person. I'm more of a, oh, let's stay home and play video games all night because it's my birthday, so let's do that in my honor type of 21. But yeah, so I've been here a long time, and I've kind of run out of things to explore and adventures to have here, so I need a change of pace, and I need new adventures and a new start. And Southwood Angel is down there, and Hick Chief is down there, and I have friends down there too. And I don't mean to keep leaving the Wandering Knight out. You are family. I have come to terms with that you are family, and yes, I will look forward to seeing you too. Shut up. Anyway, in the hunt for stuff. I'm going out tomorrow. I'm so excited about this. I can hardly wait to do anything because, you know, I'm crazy like that. So I want to go out to a few secondhand shops. They have tons of them around here. I want to get some like pots and pans and stuff because I want to be doing a lot of cooking. I have so many recipes I want to try on them when I get down south, and I'm gonna be bringing an entire tote full of spices with me because we have this awesome store here that they do not have in the south. You can get spices for so cheap. I'm talking like 88 cents for a thing of spices. It's awesome, and they do not have that. They don't have those stores down there, so I'm bringing an entire tote full of spices with me to the south when I go. Eventually, I mean, I'll be going ahead of time to get situated in an apartment. I'll be staying with the Southward Angel for a little while, probably a few days, and going into an apartment, and then sending for my stuff. Either coming back and renting a truck and bringing it, or we're actually talking about like renting a pod and having it shipped to me, which would be awesome, so I wouldn't have to come all the way back up to the north once I get down to Texas, because that would be hard if I'm starting a new job, which I would be starting a new job. That's sort of a thing. I don't want to go down there until I have at least a few interviews lined up or something like that, until I have something to work with when I get there. There's a few that's what I'm looking at, is warehouses in the area, and there's a few there better paying than ones in the north, which is actually really surprising. But that's awesome because, you know, every bit helps. But yeah, so I'll be arranging a few interviews if I can before I get there, so that when I get there I can get right situated into a job as soon as possible. And once I have a job, I'll be able to apply for an apartment, get right into it, and then send for my stuff, and I'll be out of the Southward Angel and Wandering Knight's hair as quickly as possible, because I definitely do not want to intrude on their hospitality, so. And let's see, but yeah, so, yeah, bringing tons of stuff with me, and, I'm sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. I've been cleaning and getting rid of so much stuff, that way I can bring as little with me. I just said I'm bringing so much, and then now I'm gonna say I'm bringing as little with me as possible, being very minimalistic about the things I need, except when it comes to like cooking ware, because like I said, I'm going out tomorrow. I want to get spices, I want to get some pots and pans. We have a really good dollar store here. I'm gonna get like spoons and silverware, and like I said spoons, I mean like cooking utensils, and maybe some like dishes and cups and stuff, and I'm so excited. Like, I cannot help but be excited about it, even though it's months off. I'm just thinking I want to get this started ahead of time, because the holidays are going to come up really fast, and I do not want to be stressing this kind of stuff during the holiday time. I want to have all of this taken care of ahead of time, that way when the holiday does come, I keep saying holiday, I'm not that type. When Christmas comes around, I will be ready to just concentrate on the holiday, because again, they're coming up to visit. Then I don't want to be stressing everything I have to pack and everything I have to do. Then I want everything to be taken care of ahead of time. I'm an early planner, so in most things. But yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. That's my plan. Is I picked up actually another day at the warehouse. I'm now, as of this Tuesday, I will be working 5 days a week, 50 hours a week, which is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot, but I'm prepared for the challenge. I've been doing good so far, so I think another day will not kill me. So I'm so looking forward to going, that I can endure this kind of torture at this job, just knowing what I'm working toward, because I'm so excited to finally just get this going. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll let you go now, and I will see you guys in the next video.